Hey everyone, Eddie Gray here at the House of Ed. So this is the very first video in a video series that I'm going to do of just giving my opinions, some gameplay, some impressions, if you will, not really full-fledged reviews of mobile games. So the first mobile game right out of the gate, and I've played several. I've had smartphones for quite some time now, and I've played my share of mobile games. But the one that I've been playing the most for the past 3 weeks or so has been an Iron Maiden themed game. And I've been an Iron Maiden fan for many, many years, since probably 1986. And so an Iron Maiden game really appealed to me. But the question was, is it really a fun game or is it just a cash grab? Well, it's kind of both, so I'll give you the pros and the cons. But this game is called Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast. And it was released back in July 5th, 2006. I'm sorry, 2016. Not quite that old. So it's about 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old. It was developed by Nodding Frog Games, which is now Navigator Games, which I think that's funny. They changed their name to be more Iron Maiden-y, if that's a term. You know, this is their first game out of the gate as a game developer. And I think they did a great job with it, but there are some pitfalls to watch out for. So I'm going to give you a little bit of that. It is available on the iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. So this is a quick look, not quite a full-blown review, and definitely not a tutorial, although I will give you some different ideas about the gameplay and about the user interface and that kind of thing. So the basic gameplay is it's a fighting game. It's a turn-based fighter. So if you're into like JRPGs, this might be the kind of game for you. It does have light story, which is kind of cool, but we'll get to that later. So the fighting, it is fun. And you know, you can get pretty in-depth with your strategy, or you can just click autoplay, which some people might see that as, oh, well, it's a game that plays itself. That's kind of stupid. But I'll tell you, when I'm sitting in a waiting room or waiting for an appointment, that autoplay feature with the volume down is great, because I can continue to level up characters and still play the game without, you know, being too much of a distraction to people around me. So it is pretty neat to be able to go back and forth. Now, some games that are only autoplay, that kind of sucks in my opinion. But anyway, so one of the main parts of the game is collecting. The best part of the game for me is the characters that you can collect. There's all kinds of different versions of Eddie, which if you guys are Iron Maiden fans, you know all about Eddie. And the leveling, there's a nice sense of progression between each individual character. And the talismans that you can attach to your characters, as well as a full account leveling system. The music is super awesome. Of course, it's Iron Maiden. But it is limited to certain tracks. So I wound up eventually turning it off, and I play this game with the sound off a pretty good bit. The music's great, but it will wear on you over time. The story is decent, but definitely it's not Shakespeare. It's better than most mobile games. It is there, and I like it, but it's not, you know, amazing. However, there is a 5-issue comic book limited series that has recently been released by Heavy Metal magazine, And there is, Iron Maiden is going on a 2019 tour that is called the Legacy of the Beast Tour. That's largely based around the idea of this game and the comic books. So that's cool. So let me show you a little bit about the interface here. You've been looking at this stupid screen for a while. So here you see the splash page when you log in. They want you to buy stuff, so I'm going to click out of that. I'm not really a fan of games wanting you to buy things right off the bat. I will say that I downloaded the game and started playing it for free. And shortly thereafter, there was a starter pack that was available to me. So I purchased the starter pack. It was $6.99. And that has gotten me through the first 3 weeks to a month that I've been playing. So that was definitely a good deal, but I would say get started without spending any money. See if you like it, see if you think it's something you'll continue to play, and then throw some money at it. So, you know, that $6.99 has gone a pretty good ways for me. And I'm just now to the point where I'm like, you know what, I may give them another $10 with some other sort of starter pack. But we'll get to that. So the interface here, you can see the main interface is these different worlds, or kingdoms, as they call most of them. Well, a couple of them. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 worlds. When you get started, the first world that you have available, the only world you have available, is Ailing Kingdom, which is based off of the Wicker Man storyline from Brave New World from 2000. So when you play through the Ailing Kingdom, if you get to the very end, you can, you start off in normal, and you see up here at the top left, I'm currently in madness mode. And that's awesome if you can play with madness. But you can also go into, they start you out at normal, then you unlock hard mode when you complete normal mode, and then you unlock madness when you complete hard mode. So let me go back from the Alien Kingdom. Once you finish that, and there are story modes in between, you will go to Kingdom of the Sands, and you only have to beat it in normal mode to unlock the next one, which of course Kingdom of the Sands is from, what is that, not their fourth album, what is that, Power Slave, and then Battlefield is based off of their album A Matter of Life and Death. So you can see already that this is really geared towards the Iron Maiden fans. But even if you're just an RPG fan or a turn-based fighting game fan, there aren't a ton of great games on mobile for that. And I will say this is one of the better ones. So anyway, the latest one that I've unlocked is Underworld, and you can see I just started it on normal mode at 8%. Let's go from the top left counterclockwise. I kind of want to go over the UI here. So you can see at the top I'm level 15. My player name is Eldrith-8803, and I'm 42% to being at level 16. So if you click on that, of course I'm logged into my Facebook account, which you can do or not do. Just under that is Time Rift. Now Time Rift is another series of time-based game types. I've got all of them currently available, unlocked, except for the Silent Planet. And these are different types of gameplay. This is really for a different time, so we'll get into this some other time perhaps. if you click, now you see that turn from Time Rift to Cosmos. We're going to go back to Cosmos, which is the normal type of gameplay. Just under that is Skull Quest. That's a different higher level type of gameplay. And underneath that you see this satellite. And the satellite will basically collect and give you rewards over time. I think there's a 4-hour timer. I've got, you see the number 2 there. I've got 2 rewards awaiting me, so I'm going to go ahead and tap to claim one of those. And we'll see what I get. I get and you can click and hold pretty much anything in the game and see what it is. So this is a shard for leveling up my blue characters. I think those are Magus or Magus characters. Guys, I don't know all of the names for all of the different classes and all of the different currencies in this game. It's just like any other game like this that kind of has a grind to it. There's different names for all kinds of stuff. But basically, you collect things, you collect enough things, you can get rewards, and on and on. So, and of course those gold coins, that's the main currency of the game. All right, so we're going to click OK. I'm going to go ahead and claim my next 4 hours worth of satellite findings. All right, so we have a rune, which is used to power up talismans, and we can get to that later. And then we have gold, which again is the main type of currency. So I'm going to click OK. All right, so now we see the satellite is on a 4-hour timer, and then we'll get more rewards. Now when you tap it this time, it will tell you that the satellite 15 passively collects rewards every 4 hours, and the higher your account rank, the better the things that it will collect for you. So that's kind of cool, how it, you know, kind of ramps up as you continue in the game. So you see I'm in between rank 10 and rank 30, so I can collect shards and runes and evolution shards and just all kinds of different stuff. And it'll just get better and better the more that I play. So I'm going to click out of this. You can go to my team, and this will show you all of the different characters that I have collected so far, at least the ones that I've not sold or sacrificed. So I have 35 slots out of 50 of my current slots. And you see a lot of these are just level 1 characters. And you can level up your characters by using them to fight, or you can level them up with different types of currency like the experience shards. Underneath each of these characters, you can see that they have stars, like this demon spawn is a 3-star character. And over on the right hand side, you see you can power it up with shards. And of course you, have all these different kinds of stats. You have level, HP, attack, defense, magic, magic resistance, special, and cost. The cost is how much it costs for you to put that particular character on your team. Anyway, I'm going to X out of this for now. And then below power up on the right hand side there, you see evolve. So this demon spawn at 3 stars out of 5 can level up to level 60. And then at that point, you can click to evolve it, but you have to have the right materials to evolve, and thus the grind begins. So if I click evolve, it will show me the evolution materials that are required. And it will tell me, if I click that information button there, it'll tell me, some tips on how to find these materials. And if I press and hold any of the materials, it'll tell me where they're available within the game. So that's kind of neat if you need to hunt down some stuff. And then, I can take this demon spawn from a 3-star to a 4-star if I have these materials down below. And of course, it will cost a certain amount of coinage. So I'm going to X out of that. You see most of my characters here on this part of my team list. They're all level 1s because I only level up certain characters that I personally like, that I like to play with. These other ones that you can basically either sell them for coins or you can sacrifice them and get more rewards that way. So you see the sacrifice button here. First I'm going to click the sell button. I don't think I have anything worth selling. There are certain characters you can pick up that you can sell for a pretty good bit of gold, like 50,000 gold coins. I don't have any of those right now, so I'm not going to sell any. But you can also sell talismans and shards and runes. So it's pretty beefy as far as what you can do in the game. As a new player, it may be kind of overwhelming, to be honest with you. So that's kind of, it's not your typical mobile game. But anyway, I'm going to click relics up above sell. And these relics are things that you can purchase in another part of the game. I think you purchase these in the PvP section of the game. Let me grab something to drink. I'm already getting hoarse. All right, so these are just various buffs that you can add to your team as a whole. So I'm going to X out of that. And you can see over on this side, on the left-hand side, I've got my Eddie characters. And I've got Pharaoh Eddie, Carriage Rider Eddie, Crusader Eddie, Fear of the Dark Eddie. Just all kinds of cool stuff. And of course you can circle them around to see the character models. This is your main Eddie right here that you start with. I've got him leveled up to 60 out of 60, which is the highest you can take him as a 3-star character. Now if I wanted to evolve him, I still lack one more 2-star evolution shard, which I can farm for that by going to these different areas that it shows. I'm not going to do that right now. That's not what this video is about, but I could take him pretty easily up to a 4-star character at this point. So we're on the stats. You can see over on the top right, you see stats, skills, and talismans. So we're on the stats page for Eddie here. Shows you all his basic stats. And then you can either lock or unlock this character. I've got him locked because I don't want to accidentally sell or sacrifice him. And then I'm not sure about this crown here. I'm not really sure what that does. I need to read up on that. But you can, I can select a different Eddie and make him my leader. But I don't know what benefits or buffs that will give. I really don't know. But anyway, to the right side of stats, you can go to skills, and this will show you all of the different skills that each character has available to him. So if I click and hold, and you see it has present, past, and future, as well as fury skills and talisman buffs. If I click and hold this top left one, it will show his basic skill is assault. That's what you start out with. It deals physical damage to a single target, and it heals yourself if the target is stunned, which that's kind of a random occurrence. But then you can also see that next to that, this costs 3 lightning, whatever that term is. It's not called lightning, but 3 energy, let's say. You gain energy while you play the game, and you can get up to, once you get up to 3 energy, you can use this skill, which is Chain Knuckle. which deals physical damage to a single target, has 35% chance to stun targets for 1 turn, and gains an extra turn on that stun. And of course you can see below that, I could level that skill up with skill orbs up to level 7, and it would just increase the power of that skill. So I'm going to X out of that, and just below present you have past and then future, and these are all abilities that you unlock, I think, as you level the character. I'm not 100% on that. I do know that when you're in the gameplay, you can, when you play as Eddie, at least for now, maybe for other characters as you level them up, you can slide left or right, and you can use past, present, or future abilities in that way. And it changes the environment that you're fighting in, which is super, super cool. It's just a new, different type of gameplay. So I'm going to X out of this. And of course the Fury skill, you have a Fury bar at the top of the screen when you get into a battle. And this is your Big Daddy skill, kind of like your most powerful skills. So anyway, I won't keep reading that kind of stuff, but that is basically your skills tab. And then I'm going to go to the right of that to the Talismans tab. And these talismans are things that you can collect as rewards for different challenges and different battles. And these talismans can give you different buffs. So this is a whole other thing. And there's different types of talismans. I'm not going to get into all that, but you can level these up separately with runes. And of course you see this burning talisman is maxed out to level 20 at 2 stars, but I can evolve that if I had the right materials and make it a 3-star. Now when you level up a character or a talisman to a different star level, it will take you down to the first level again. So you'll have to ramp back up your levels of that character. But it's worth it. It's worth doing to continue to max out your characters. So this particular burning talisman gives me plus 302 hit points and plus 53 attack. So that's neat. I'm going to X out of that. So those are the 3 basic tabs for your character stats. This is probably one of my favorite Eddies right here, is the Speed of Light Eddie. I just think he's cool. I really like his abilities. But anyway, I'm going to back out of... Actually, I'm not going to back out yet. I'm going to show you the Sacrifice tab. So if I click Sacrifice here, it takes me to the Sacrifice altar. And it puts your... You can use this filter at the bottom left to filter by star level, number level, class, which is the color types, or whether it's an Eddie or an ally. Let's see, we'll just do it by, we'll take everything back off to what it normally shows up as. That's not what it normally shows up as. I'm all confused now. But anyway, if I wanted to sacrifice these, I would gain other rewards. So I can just click a few of these. And you can see it gives me sacrifice points. And you can tap rewards at the top left here and see what types of rewards you can get for different levels of sacrifices. At this point in the game, I'm still doing pretty low level sacrifices. So I'm doing either strong sacrifices or meager sacrifices. I think once or twice I've done a worthy sacrifice. And you can see at the top right what your essence points are for however many sacrificial characters you have listed to sacrifice. You can sacrifice up to 10 characters at a time. So I've got one empty space left there. I'm going to add another one. And so we see that our essences just went up 168 points. And I can click sacrifice here and get rewards. But I'm not ready for that yet because I want to hit at least 2,000 essence. And you really want to try to fill up all 10 slots before you click sacrifice. Because if you don't do that, you don't get the bonus rewards. So if I click rewards again, you can see at the top, very top, it says fill the vortex to get alchemist soul fragments and 5 bonus rewards. And these can be pretty amazing. Like this one right here. Well, there's some soul shards in here, or some souls in here. And we're about to get to that point of the game. So as you can see, it is pretty darn complicated, or at least it can be for beginners, which pretty much I still am. But okay, I'm going to go back to the main page. No, this is my team page. I'm going to go back one more to the main page, and you see right next to my team there's PvP. I'm not going to get into this at all, but there's 2 different types of PvP. And within the PvP types, you can earn different types of currencies and earn even more rewards. But there's a lot to this, so that's going to be a different video maybe in the future. So I'm going to back out of that. We're going to go into the Book of Souls. This, for me, is the most fun part because this is where once you earn souls, you can drag them over to the left here and unlock new characters. And of course you have different types of souls. You have the Warrior Epic Soul here, that's 4 stars. I've collected these for a little bit. I haven't been using them the last couple of days because I wanted to show you guys. You have an Epic Soul, the Magus Soul. The Rare Soul at 3 stars is pretty basic. I get those a pretty good bit. And just playing the game. And then you have a Dynasty Soul. You have all kinds of different souls. That's my point. This is the most basic of all souls that you can obtain here. Just the 1-star soul. This is going to give me a 1 to 3 star character. Let's go ahead. And of course you can click Get Souls at the bottom, which is going to take you to the store. Which that's fine if you want to give them some money. They've made a good game here. But we'll get into the store in a little bit. For right now, I'm going to show you how to unlock a soul. So I'm going to click and drag this soul over here and unlock. An Owl Cultist, 2 stars. That's pretty much a garbage character. I'll use him for sacrificing. I really don't know if there's any benefit to taking, let's say, a 1-star character or a 2-star character and continuing to level him up to a 5-star character. I don't know if that's really worth doing. That's some more research I'm going to need to do. But it is possible. So anyway, I'm going to click OK. Let's see what this guy is here. Let's see. Precious Soul, 3 stars. Let's see what we get here. All right, so this is a 3-star gold idol. This is one of the types of characters that I talked about earlier that you can actually sell for gold. It even says here underneath him in his description, sell for gold. You can use him as a fighting character, and I have done that. But you can sell him for like 50,000 gold, which is pretty good. So that's probably what I'll wind up doing with him. All right, let's see. Let's take care of this Dynasty Soul. So the Dynasty Soul just gave me a 3-star Demon Spawn. And he's a green character. Which those tend to be like healers or positive effect casters or something like that. Oh, he's a negative effect caster. It says right there underneath his level. Alright, so I'm going to click OK. Oh, I just got, not only did I get that character, but I got some soul fragments as well. And you can collect soul fragments to obtain higher level characters. Alright, I'm going to click OK. I have a Warrior Epic Soul, 4 stars. So I'm going to go ahead and use that, and then we'll back out of this part. But this is one of my favorite parts of the game, guys, is just getting new characters and leveling them up. Let's see what we get. Oh, 4-star Newborn of Light. Pretty decent character. I might hang on to him for a while. And that gave me 25 Warrior Mythical Soul Fragments as well, so that's good. Alright. Yeah, I've got more souls to burn, but for now, that's good. Well, I'll tap on Fragments down here at the lower left and just show you. So, this very left fragment collection, where I have 50 out of 500, is for a Warrior Mythical Soul. And it will show you examples of the type of character that you can randomly obtain by collecting 500 of these soul shards. You can get the Clansman Eddie, or the Shaman Eddie. All these different ones here. Child of the Damned. And supposedly that's all random. And then, of course, I can select the next, those green shards next to that. This would be Pharaoh Ramses Eddie Soul shards. So if I collect 500 of these, I will absolutely get this character, which is a 5-star character. I've got a long way to go. But you get these shards from different parts of the game or different types of gameplay. You see here, I have a Shrieking Soul. I've got 160 out of 200, so I'm almost ready to collect one of these. And you can either get Peace of Mind Eddie, or Beast Eddie, or Vampire Hunter Eddie, Pharaoh Eddie, and there's a ton of these guys in the game right now. Visions Eddie, Viking Eddie, I like him. Now as you tap these guys, you can kind of see what they look like. I kind of double tap him, and I can see what he looks like when he takes damage in battle, or when he goes down. I can triple tap him a couple of times. Oh no, he won't go down. Well, if you take him on, if you obtain him on your team screen, you can see what he looks like what his death looks like. Seventh Son Eddie. Now this is one I really, really want to get, because he looks cool, and that's one of my favorite Maiden albums. And then we have Edward the Great Eddie. There's just tons of different characters, and these are just the Eddies. Let's see if, oh, I want this one too, Cyborg Eddie. But I can scroll down, and there's other types of characters too. You've got the Madam, and the Nomad. Anyway, so there's just, I don't even know how many characters are in this game, but there's a bunch. And, you know, a good bit of them are cool and fun to collect and fun to level up. Oh, I want that one. All right, so we're going to get out of these fragments and we're going to go back to the main screen. Of course, they want to give you a store page, public service announcement. Hey, you can buy this stuff with 475 of this weird crystal. It looks like a dark crystal. That is called Ironite. Ironite, that is a premium currency. You can earn Ironite by defeating enemies, or you can actually purchase Ironite in the store. And you can see at the top right of my user interface here, currently I only have 11 Ironite, but hopefully that's because I've spent some recently. You can earn more fairly quickly. So anyway, next to Book of Souls at the bottom of the screen, you have Troopers. And Troopers are basically characters that can be shared with you by other players that you can use on your fighting team. So these are the Troopers that I currently have access to. You can see on the right-hand side, I have 14 out of 19 slots available at my current level. And you can befriend other players to use their troopers in battle. That does become essential in PvP. And then, of course, I can click the Find Troopers tab, and it will give me, these people have requested somehow that I use their troopers, and I'm not super interested in those, but these are automatically recommended characters that I can use. I don't see any at the moment that I don't already have. Well, I might add that guy. What is that? Rainmaker Eddie. I've never seen him before. So yeah, I'll definitely request him. Queen's Guard. I've never seen that one before. Maybe I'll do Klansman Eddie as well. You're not always going to get a response back. So I like to keep going in here and asking folks for permission to use their characters as troopers. And of course you can invite your Facebook friends, which I don't do. And then you can search for friends if you know someone who's playing this game. Okay, I'm going to go back out of the... Actually, before I go out of the trooper section, I'm going to click Store at the lower right-hand side. You can also see at the top of the screen that Union Jack flag, or that British flag. I have 150 of those. So I'm going to go into the store and see if there's anything that I can purchase. And you can purchase resources, such as soul fragments or souls. You can also purchase skill shards, but that is a crazy amount of these Union Jacks. Then you can go to the Talismans tab. More crazy money, or more crazy Union Jacks. And then the Fragments tab, same thing. I don't hang on to these super well, at least not at this point in the game. So I'm going to go back to resources. The cheapest thing you can buy with your trooper currency is the standard soul. Now this is just a 1 to 3 star character, but it only costs 50 trooper currency. So I'm going to pick up one of those. And then the gun or assassin soul costs 1.5 times what the other one does. I don't know that it's worth it, to be honest with you. And I don't have enough to purchase one of those right now. So I'm going to pick up 2 more of these 1 to 3 star souls, just so I can have some stuff to burn in the sacrifice section. So now I'm out of those. I'm going to go back out of the Trooper store. And right next to Troopers, you'll see challenges. Now, as you play the game, you unlock challenges. And right now, I've unlocked a daily challenge, which has given me 2 Ironite that I can spend in the store, and 500 gold. And that was for using souls to summon a character, which you guys saw me do. So I'm going to click claim. And that's all the challenges I have available now, but there are different missions and achievements to earn different rewards throughout the game. And then, of course, there's special timed events that you can get really cool stuff out of. So I'm going to back out of the challenges. And next to the challenges is the infamous store. So we're going to go into the store. Here we see things that you can buy for real world money. And this is where things get sticky for me, because I don't like the fact that this is a freaking mobile game and you can spend $100. You see that? Heroic Summoning Pack 4. I can spend $100 on that. But they limit me. I can only buy 2 of those a month. So you're telling me that somebody is going to spend $200 in a month's time on this thing, this leveling pack. I mean, come on. And not only that, but you can buy a Heroic Summoning Pack 3, and you can buy 2 of those a month at $50 a pop. So as you can see, if you have a gambling problem, or if you have a problem with controlling yourself and your spending, this game can eat you alive. It's one of the worst, most egregious stores that I've ever seen in a mobile game. And that's really unfortunate, because the game itself is fun to play. I've had a good time with it. But if you're that type of personality that just can't stay away from pulling that slot machine lever, I would stay away from this game, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it could be trouble for you. And it's really unfortunate that the store is built with this level of purchasing power that, I mean, honestly, you could spend thousands of dollars a month on this game, even with the limits that they have imposed, and that is just stupid. So the store is geared around whales, and if you've not heard that term, whales are basically rich people that don't have anything better to spend with for their money, is to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a freaking mobile game. So that's tough. That's a hard sell for me. But I have danced around it. Like I said, I've only spent $7 on this game so far. But there are constant offers to purchase things and just to get you to open that store page. So let me back out of the store. There's all kinds of stuff you can buy. Mostly it's materials to help you level your characters or to earn new characters. On the far right side, there are 2 icons there. First one is, of course, a special offer for a rank up pack, and this will give you 5 rare souls, 675 Ironite, some leveling shards and evolution shards, and some gold. I was just going to purchase this on screen, but this video is getting pretty long already, so I'll save that. I'm gonna X out of this, but I'll probably buy that rank up pack at some point, which will put me up to $17 that I've spent on this game, which I would say in a month's time, you know, this is the primary game I've played this month, you guys. not just mobile games, but across my consoles and my PC as well. Had a lot of fun with this one. All right, and then the icon at the right-hand side below that looks like a pirate. More stuff to buy. A $40 Season 2 pack. And then you can buy these power-up packs for different character types for Ironite, which is another, that's a premium currency. Okay, so here we are. We haven't gotten to fighting yet, so let me get into a match. I'm just going to show you a random match. We're going to go into the Alien Kingdom. I'm going to show you what the gameplay is like. I fought through most of these, but we'll just go to the first one. You see I've already cleared it. I only earned 1 Eddie Skull. For different objectives, you can earn up to 3 in each fight in the main game. I'm just going to click enter, and of course the cost here is 4 sands of time. But if you'll see at the top right, I have 36 out of 34 sands of time. That doesn't make any sense, but I must have earned some beyond what the limit is from just some sort of challenge today. So anyway, I'm going to click enter. You can see what rewards that you can get from this match on the right hand side there. All right, I'm going to click enter. This will show me my team building page. It will also show me that there are 2 rounds or 2 stages in this match. The first one, I'll have 2 enemies at level 5 3-star. The second is the boss battle, and he's a level 5 3-star. He's also a green character. I forget what those are called. Single target damager is what he is. But I can see what every character I'm about to fight, I can see what their abilities are, and I can plan accordingly. Now, because I know he's a green, you see over on the far right in the middle, there's the little eye in a circle. I can click that, and this shows you what the class affinities are. So this is basically rock, paper, scissors for 3 of the class types, and then basically a coin toss for the other 2 class types. So you can see that the blue is effective against red, and then red is effective against green, and green is effective against blue. And if you read that backwards, that also means that blue is prone to damage against green, and so on. Gunner and assassin, or yellow and purple, they are prone to weakness against one another. So these are just things to keep in mind as you build your team. I'm not going to think too much about this right now, but if I did, the enemy has a blue character, a red character, and a green character, and I could plan accordingly. But I'm not going to, because I've way outclassed this match. So I'm just going to click battle. It's going to cost me 4 sands of time. Even the load screens are cool in this game. So you got the cool shaman everywhere. All right. Here we are in our first battle. At the top left, you can see my energy. I have 5 out of 6. And I'm fighting 2 enemy characters here. You can click and hold any of the characters on screen and see what their current statuses are, any beneficial effects or any hindrances or negative effects. I can do the same for my characters. And then at the lower right, you can see the different types of abilities you have available. Now, it will auto-select whatever character it wants me to use. in whatever order it wants me to use them, or you can click your characters and you can change that. I'm just going to click an ability here, and you can see a circle that forms around the character that is selected. I can also change the character, the enemy character that I'm targeting. So as the circle goes lower, you get a better chance of damage. There we go. So you can have good, perfect, or just a standard attack. You can see this match is not going to last long because I'm just way overpowered for this type of game. You see the right-hand side where that triangle, that little arrow is telling me to go swipe to the right. So I can swipe the whole screen to the right, and it takes me into future mode, where I was currently in present mode. So I'm going to swipe back to go to present mode. I can swipe again to go to past mode. And as I do that, my Eddie character has different abilities. So anyway, super fun game. I know I didn't give you guys much in the way of gameplay, but I wanted to introduce the different types of, the different aspects to this game that there are. You see I won that match, so I get 274 coins. I leveled up one of my characters. Well, I leveled up XP on all of my characters that fought in that match. Let's do one more match, and then we're going to call this one. Oh, I got a talisman. Nice. I'm going to go back to the Cosmos. And let's go to something that's, oh, here's another splash screen for some event. There's always some kind of event going on, and that's cool. I'm going to go to the Underworld, which is what my latest unlock. Alright, I'm going to click Battle here. And of course, again, I can see this has 3 stages for this match. Everybody on the enemy team is at 4 stars, but they're all level 10. So this is going to be fairly easy as well. I'm going to keep my team as what it is, and I'm going to click Battle. All right. Of course, this is part of the story that you see below there. Don't want to ruin that, so I'm going to skip through it. All right, so now at the top of the screen in the middle, you've got settings. I'm going to select settings. And you can see what objectives you can earn skulls from. And skulls will unlock different game types in the future. I'm just going to click continue. Next to that, you have X2. That is the speed at which the game will play. You can change that to 3 times the speed, or standard speed, which is X1. I tend to keep it at X2. And then I can just auto-play this game. So I can click play right next to that, and it is going to fight on my behalf. The computer, the game will make decisions for me to play this game. So we'll just see what that looks like here for a minute. And I can still speed up or slow down the gameplay. Alright, and you see at the top left, my fury bar is rising as I land hits on the enemy. So I'm going to use that fury here in the third stage of this. Okay, so now my fury is completely full. Oh, here he goes. He's going to use his fury skill, which was a total waste right there. I should have caught that. Alright, I'm going to take this off of autoplay. And I'm going to use, well, after my enemy's turn, I've got, you see at the top left, I've got 6 energy. I've also got some effects that are in place at the moment. But I've got 6 out of 6 energy. And as you can see at the bottom right, I can use Requiem, which deals 3 hits of magic damage to a single target. I tend to go for the multi-target stuff. So let's see. Here's the Hell Dice will do random damage to all enemies. So I'm going to do that. And this is a multi-cast kind of thing. I just tend to use 3 fingers on the screen to take care of that. You can click and hold any of your abilities and see what they do. I'm just going to waste these guys real quick. Oh, there goes my Hell Dice. There we go. So I won that match. Of course, they are not all that easy. And I only earned 1 out of 3 skulls, which kind of sucks. But I did level up a pretty decent bit. And I earned an evolution rune, which that can be used to evolve my talismans. From, say, a 3-star talisman to a 4-star talisman. Alright, I'm going to go back to the Cosmos page. So guys, I know this was a super long video. I did not mean for this video to last this long. But I think you can tell that it is definitely more in-depth than most mobile games. And I've had a good bit of fun with it. And there's so much more that I didn't even get to touch on. So this could really be a video series. And you guys let me know if that's something that you're interested in. I could start a video series for this game. I'm by no means a master strategist for fighting type games, but I could do my best. So that's really the point of this channel. Is for the type of their reviews and impressions for the type of player that doesn't have 4 hours a day to play on, video games. And you need to know what's worth your time and what's not. That is what this channel is going to be geared towards. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look into Iron Maiden's Legacy of the Beast mobile game. And we will leave it at that. I'm glad you guys hung around, and we will chat with you later.